Welcome to the Startup Grind.
And so, yeah, we work out his apartment, and his apartment was just like very. There's no better way to say than it was just gross. Like there was just never cleaned it up. His bathroom was pretty bad. The running joke is like, right? Yeah, I mean it's typical bachelor pad, but like maybe times 2 worse than what you would think it is. But yeah, like I wouldn't use his restroom. I would literally. He lived by the Caltrain, so there's a set of apartments there. It's actually really cheap to live in, by the way, but there's cockroaches and stuff like that, so it's not the best place to live, but it's cheap. And I would literally...
It's like $2,000 a month.
Yeah. No, it was actually like $900 a month.
Okay.
It was really good. But you get what you pay for, right?
Yeah.
So I would actually walk 3 blocks to Castle Street, and there's like a few like a bakery there, and I would literally buy a coffee or like a sandwich there, buy it so that I could actually use the restroom there, because I just refused to use that with his bathroom. Anyway, he finally decided one day to, he's like, okay, I'm gonna finally clean my place. And instead of me doing it, because he felt that his time was better used to just coding, we're both engineers and we're just coding all day or writing gossip news. And so he tried to go find a cleaner essentially. And the problem he ran into was, definitely if you want to find a cleaner, yes, you can get referrals from friends and stuff like that, but if you don't have any friends who don't have referrals to give to you, you're kind of stuck in this 2 routes. One is you go to an agency, like a national agency, like a Mary Maids or Molly Maids, and yeah, you can get someone who's, that you probably can trust and who actually knows how to, they've been trained to clean, but you pay a huge premium for that. You can be paying anywhere from $40 to $50 an hour, which for us, we would have to like, take out another credit card just to get a cleaning, so that was out of our range. Or you can go, the second one is you can go to an online classified site, which is like Craigslist in the US.
And you have no idea who's coming to your house.
Exactly, yeah. You hear all these like stories about axe murderers showing up, so we're like, okay, let's not do that. But then he came to me and he's like, hey, I think there's actually a problem here because there's people like me who want cleanings. We're willing to pay the price that you can find on Craigslist. But, we need to figure out a way just to filter out, the good and the bad from people just trying to market themselves without any background checks or anything. And so we decided, or I decided at that point, I was like, well, I'm doing this other thing here, this content thing here, or I can just go look into the house cleaning thing. And I just decided, okay, I'm just going to look into the house cleaning thing.
Gossip just
wasn't going to I mean, it's like, compare the 2 things. Neither seemed, better than the other. So we looked into house cleaning, we did more research into it, and what we found was that these agencies, what was interesting about them is they were charging a lot for it, but they were paying the cleaning professionals close to minimum wage, like $8 to $10 an hour. So there's these margins, and you're kind of wondering, they got to be milking the customer, or they're screwing around with the cleaner, or something else is going on there. So when we did more research into it, what it turns out is that they're not really doing either. It's just that those margins are baked into inefficient operations. And so what I mean by that is, to acquire the customer, they might have a sales rep actually show up to the house and spend an hour in the house or something, or half an hour in the house just trying to sell the customer. And so there are costs there. Or when they're trying to schedule all the cleanings for the day or for the rest of the week, they're actually in an Excel sheet trying to optimize everything, and that takes many hours if a human is doing it. But if you just put it through, like a program, it takes less than a second, if not less than a millisecond to do. You've got a really good algorithm going. So anyway, we just found a lot of these things, and so what we decided to do was, okay, we're going to try to build this platform that essentially removes the pain point, alleviates the problem that Aaron had, and the platform which would essentially consolidate the gray market of these independent cleaners who needed the help of getting background checks and getting a stamp of approval essentially.